Cadillac blazed a trail with its first generation SRX that few luxury customers wanted to follow. That SRX was a rear drive model based on a Sigma platform. It came with either a V6 or a Northstar V8 engine, 3 rows of seats. Didn't do very well in the market, so for the second generation SRX, Cadillac has gone a completely different direction. It's aimed for the heart of the market. The heart of the market is the Lexus RX350. Lexus has owned this segment since 1999, leading the Mercedes M-Class in sales, and more recently the GLK as well. Lexus hasn't found the need to change its formula, and so both the SRX and the RX come with the same basic layout. Front or all-wheel drive, 5 passengers only, V6 engines only. This RX comes with 275 horsepower, 3.5-liter V6. Our Cadillac Challenger has a 265 horsepower, 3-liter gas direct injection V6 under its hood. Cadillac says its baby can do everything as well as the benchmark Lexus, but with more distinctive exterior styling, an interior based on our 2008 Car of the Year, the CTS, and all the attitude the Cadillac name implies. This is a 2 crossover competition in the court of MotorTrend's Detroit Bureau. We expect a quick trial, although the loser will probably appeal later this year when MotorTrend conducts its Sport Utility of the Year contest. For now, the court's in session. Let the trial begin.
Well, I'm driving the established leader in this class, the RX350 now it is. 1 million sold already. It's a little bit longer, a little bit wider, smoother, quieter, 5 more horsepower thanks to some improved breathing efficiency. A few other enhancements to the brand for 2010. They have a hill start assist control now. If you're on a hill, you come to a stop, you just sort of poke the brake pedal again and it'll hold you there, which is kind of convenient. We're also up to 10 airbags in the RX350. So we got standard rear side airbags and knee airbags in addition to the curtains and front side ones. We've gone to a completely electric power steering system, which works great. It gives you very little effort when you're parking, and the effort builds up when you're on the road, but it's never a natural steering feel. I don't feel how hard I'm turning, through the steering wheel at all. Also feeling a little bit of kickback on some bumpy turns that we had on our earlier stretch, which isn't ideal. Comparing the SRX and the RX350, they really have totally different personalities. The SRX is much more attitude, a lot more swagger to the style inside and out. This one is much more about isolating the passengers. So, quieter ride, you hit a bump, you don't hear it as much as you feel it, and you don't feel it much as you do in the Cadillac. Very big difference in the approaches there. Styling-wise, though, again, I'd rather walk up to the SRX to look at them, or inside. They've improved the interior of this one. Some interesting swoopy shapes and so forth, and a terrific multimedia interface. This mouse track thing here is marvelous, really quite well done. But then again, so is the touchscreen on the Cadillac, so not a real obvious advantage there either.
Well, the Cadillac interior isn't quite as refined as the Lexus interior. That said, there's lots of soft leather here. There's nicely stitched leather dashboard, very reminiscent of the CTS, and there's a lot of visual entertainment. It's a really theatrical kind of interior, as you can see from the way it starts up and with the kind of 2001 monolith navigation screen. As far as driving the 2 cars, the interiors kind of reflect what the driving dynamics are in each model. The Lexus RX, pretty buttoned down, pretty refined, but it's also rather soft. The Cadillac feels a little bit different. Its engine gives a raspier noise, especially under full acceleration, and you're dealing with half-liter less displacement, but not quite as tall gearing as in the Lexus. So you put this SUV in the manual mode, or the sport mode as they call it, and the thing is actually rather fun to drive. It's fun to shift your own gears on the 6-speed automatic in the Cadillac. In the Lexus, you try that. If you come out of reverse and put it into the sport mode and try to shift it manually, for some reason it starts you out in 3rd gear. You have to paddle it down a couple gears to get it into 1st. On the road, Cadillac feels a bit stiffer, a bit more eager to bite into the corners and not have quite so much body roll as in the Lexus. The steering is also more communicative. This steering is a little bit more to a driver's liking. So there you have it. The Challenger is the dynamic new SRX. It's a really good looking vehicle. It's fun to drive, great value. The Defendant, the gold standard, the Lexus RX350. Pretty anonymous on the outside, a cushy ride, but it coddles you. Great interior, nice leather. The verdict, based on the fun to drive part, we give it to the Cadillac SRX.